how to start the jewelry business in United Arab Emirates, but this question is universal. It doesn't too much depend on the location where you're going to sell jewelry. In my opinion, plus minus, the advices are the same. Of course, you should adjust your business approach depending on your local market. First of all, which types of jewelry are desired by your customers, what price level is acceptable in your country, because we all know that there are absolutely different price levels, I don't know, in United States or Europe or in India, Pakistan or in Russia and former Soviet Union, different, or in Asia. So we should take it into account. But the most important tips for opening your jewelry business are: the first, you need to dedicate yourself to the quality. Because any of your potential customers can easily go to Chinese marketplaces and buy some cheap Chinese junk, and it will be very cheap and you'll never be able to compete in price these cheap junk suppliers. So you must dedicate yourself to provide some greater quality and greater service. What is greater quality? Because quality is too common. Greater quality nowadays, and what does it mean nowadays? I mean, according to market research, according to Google Trends, and we study and inspect Google Trends to find the most popular trends right now. And what is the quality right now for our customers, in perception of our customers? The quality today is long-lasting jewelry first, waterproof jewelry second, and the jewelry that doesn't tarnish. It's the third main requirement of our customers. So if we cover these requirements, then we probably can sell jewelry with the higher markup, and we can expect that the customers will be happy and will buy from us again and again. Another additional, maybe not the additional, but default requirement to jewelry is that jewelry must be hypoallergenic. So it must be absolutely safe for skin. It shouldn't turn the skin green. And that's what you should pay attention for. So first of all is the jewelry quality. Second is the service that you provide to your customers. So if you read the reviews on how to differentiate yourself from cheap suppliers, you go and try to find reviews for some cheap jewelry suppliers online, I don't know, on Google or on Trustpilot. You search the reviews and you find the bad reviews from the customers, so you can easily identify what made customers disappointed. And this is the potential for your business. You should cover the pains of the customers, which you'll find out from the customers' reviews. For example, if you go and research the reviews that are made by customers who bought from cheap Chinese suppliers, you will find out that they are not happy with the packaging. They are not happy with miscorrespondence between the picture on the website and the actual jewelry, because in the picture everything looks beautifully, but when you receive the order, it looks ugly. Sometimes there are mismatch between the description or materials that are declared on the website and the actual jewelry materials. So they declare like stainless steel, but when you receive the jewelry, you feel like it looks like a cheap plastic. It doesn't look like alloy at all. Another what you can pay attention for is customer service, because these cheap jewelry suppliers, they cannot provide any kind of service which can be considered acceptable by customers in United States, in Europe, in Australia. So in the markets where people are really ready to pay more for value. And so one important thing from you is to provide the perfect customer service, and of course you must be respectful, but the customer service is also built on your responsibility. So how you are responsible for what you are doing. For example, if you are reading reviews on cheap jewelry suppliers online, you will see that customers complaining about how the refund and return policy works. Because, for example, the order is lost by shipping company and customers complain that, oh my god, the order is lost, and the supplier refused to refund. So it's look weird for us. Situations like connected with jewelry defects, and jewelry suppliers don't care about the defects, and they refuse to refund for any reason. They try to make up any reason not to refund. So they are not going to be responsible for what they are doing. They want just to sell jewelry to get your money, and then after this they don't care what happened to your business. So you must be different to your customers. You must create the reason why the customers should not go to these Chinese marketplaces and they should buy jewelry from you. And that's what my company make for you if you buy from us. So we provide you with the jewelry that you can be responsible for easily. We provide you with the service, with the clear refund policy, and we always on your side, and we support you and a lot. But I don't want to boast about my business right now. I just wanted to answer your questions, that you must be different in terms of service, in terms of quality, and then you will have the right to ask for a bigger price and for a higher price, and by providing the greater value for your customers. Okay, so maybe I can check the questions from you. Can you send me the catalog? Sure, please message me catalog or something in direct messages. I will send you the catalog. So this question is done. Bonjour. Bonjour. There are not so much words in French, I know, but bonjour, I know. Next one. What time Europe right now? So the time is now. Okay. So the next question. Are you planning to present the collection featuring silver? Right now, to say frankly, I'm not going to add silver, because costume jewelry which we sell, which is made of stainless steel with gold, titanium plating sometimes, it is a little bit different. It's a different market than jewelry that is made of precious materials, and the devil is in the details, in the small details. And it may look like this is same business idea, the same market, but not. It's different market, different regulation in different country, different prices, and sometimes a different approach. So for now we are mostly focusing on what we usually call premium costume jewelry or premium fashion jewelry, which is made from not precious materials. Start business in the United Arab Emirates. So I just dedicate how to start the business from scratch. How many microns of gold plating do you use? We use 0.03 microns of gold plating. That's quite enough. If we provide a thicker level of gold plating, it may be considered that our jewelry is precious. So this layer that we have is absolutely enough to make the jewelry looking great and to make it durable, and the plating is long lasting, so you can be sure that's enough. If you want some details about our gold plating, I have a quite detailed article on our website, which is built like questions and answers. It provides a deep, detailed information on gold plating, on how we produce the jewelry. Why are your prices so low? Thank you so much. I will accept it. I forgot the word. Okay, no problem. So the prices, if you think the prices are not low, the prices that provide the opportunity for our wholesale buyers to make a higher markup, we suggest to maintain the markup at around 700%, so it's 7 times wholesale price. I believe that makes sense. So you can cover your marketing costs, you can cover taxes, you can cover the service you provide to your customers. So I think that's my main goal, to provide you the cheaper price as possible for the great high quality that will make your business prosperous. What type of gold plating do you use? We use PVD gold plating, so it's very important to understand the difference. That's my tip to you. If you buy jewelry from Chinese supplier, especially if you buy wholesale from the supplier in your country, from your local supplier, who probably bought this jewelry from China for you. So the main question I would suggest you to ask your supplier is, please tell me what kind of PVD of gold plating do you use, and ask the question, do you use the cold or hot gold plating? And the difference is significant because both types of jewelry are considered gold plated, but actually if we talk about cold gold plating, it is made in low temperatures, in the room temperature. And what is the problem? When we use stainless steel and we use gold, the gold cannot directly adhere to stainless steel, and we must use some intermediate layer. And when we use cold gold plating as an intermediate layer, nickel is used. And nickel, all you know, that is not a very good material to contact with the skin. But when we talk about the hot gold plating, it is performed in the hot stove. Special equipment is required, and this approach is more expensive, and it involves titanium as an intermediate layer to connect, and they're not deeply involved in this market. So that's why I want you to pay deep attention about this matter. Does your jewelry meet European REACH standards? Yes, our jewelry meet European REACH standards, and you can download certificates on our website, and we perform laboratory testing in REACH certified laboratory, and we analyze the main risky materials parameters, and all of them are way below the allowed threshold. So you can be sure that the jewelry is absolutely fine for European market in any kind. For example, as well, you can sell it on Amazon. Amazon will accept our laboratory reports. The MOQ is one piece, so you can buy absolutely different styles from one piece only each. Why we did so? Because if we dive deeply into the jewelry market, we understand that especially for those who start their jewelry business from scratch, it's much more important to maintain the wider assortment, the higher variety of assortment, than to have many pieces of one design. So that's why we have absolutely no limits about the minimum quantity per piece to provide you the opportunity to start selling from scratch easily. Especially when you are selling online, on social media, on Shopify, on Amazon, anywhere. Amazon is a little bit different, but online. People, your customers, your potential customers, they don't see how many pieces of each item do you have, but they pay attention to how many different items you have in your assortment. That's why MOQ on our website, MOQ when you buy from Glozzo, is one piece per item. But the minimum order is $150 to avoid that retail customers will buy from us, because we are not your competitors, but we are your partners. Do you have door-to-door delivery service to India? Yes, there is a new update on our website. We have found out in the last couple of months we did a great work and a huge work to find the optimal ways to provide express delivery to United States first, to provide DDP service, so duty-free service to our customers because of Trump's tariff. And while we were doing this, we also find the way of DDP delivery, so it means duty-free delivery for you to India, which is door-to-door, which is quite fast. So you can order from us, and you will not have to pay any customs duties when you receive the order. Next question: if I start my business and I opened an account on Instagram and TikTok in USA, is there any chance that my account get banned? No. So of course it depends on what you are going to post. But if you're asking about our jewelry, then we have did quite a significant job to avoid such situations, because last year my account was temporarily suspended, but I was able to reactivate it, and we found out that some specific designs, despite we never offer jewelry copies and fakes, some of designs automatically by AI, of which are used widely by social media, TikTok and Instagram. Sometimes AI bans some specific pictures of jewelry because AI thinks that these are fakes or something like that. So we decided to absolutely dismiss these items from our catalog. So right now in our assortment there are no products which are potentially risky to be banned on TikTok or Instagram. So I think the probability is very low. But of course it also depends on what you are posting. So never post. The most risky points are if you are posting jewelry copies, a copy of famous brands, and if you are posting some content which is not accepted by social media. But in usual situations I don't remember any complaints from our customers for ban in the last year at least. Next question. Hey, I'm from India. I'm retail jewelry, my family business. And can you please guide me, as I'm same journey as you and want to learn how can I take my business online? Okay, so if you're going to take your business online, there are several opportunities for you. First of all, especially when you're selling from India, you should first decide if to sell worldwide or in some particular region. Then online, there are opportunities depending on your skills. If your technical skills are weak, then social media are created this opportunity for you. TikTok Shop, Instagram you can promote and sell jewelry using social media. If your technical skills a little bit more, then you can use Shopify platform or some other platforms to run your independent online store and sell from your website. If you are way more advanced in technical questions, then you probably would like to have your own website which is not placed on the Shopify platform, not to be dependent from. So these are the ways. And maybe the main question when you're selling online, so what's the difference between online and offline? When you're selling offline, you must to perform a lot of work before you start your business, because it's a lot of things are depend on how good you were at decorating your space, decorating your shop. And once you've done this job greatly, then you need just pay the rent and you will have your stable income. But when you come online, to start online business, you don't have to produce a large effort. So you can start it very easy. You can launch Instagram account in a couple of minutes, post some pictures, and you can use our pictures because we allow our customers to use our pictures and videos for free. Or you can use AI to generate pictures, or you can make your own pictures with the smartphone, which now have great cameras. But the problems begin when you start, you would like to sell, because you need to promote jewelry. You constantly need to promote your store when you are selling online. And when you are selling, there are a lot of ways to promote your business online. So first of all, I recommend Google Ads. If you are selling on social medias, first you need to address influencers. It is a must-have for a retail jewelry store. If we talk about our own website, so I will repeat Google Ads. We can run Facebook ads. So a lot of platforms that are available for ads online. So that's the opportunities, and never forget that there are two sources of energy that must supply your business. First is your assortment, the products you offer, and second is promotion. So if you fail to provide one of these two sources of energy, then you will fail to run your online business. Hope I answered your question. Next, so do you even help with this inventory supply and all that, like delivery to stock exchange and return, which is unable to sell? Okay, so we have help with inventory supply, of course. So I'm the jewelry supplier. You can check the details on my profile. Also, we share with our customers. So first of all, we perform filtering of the assortment by quality. So first of all, we invest a lot of funds, a lot of time, a lot of effort to find the right manufacturers for our business. And we cannot address a single manufacturer to produce the assortment that we have. Right now we have not very wide but quite limited assortment of jewelry, because we pay attention to demand and we don't want to have too large assortment, and we did this job for you. So we found the really good manufacturers and we created the limited assortment of jewelry which is really high quality, safe, and meet all the strictest standards we have worldwide, including rich European standard. But quality itself alone doesn't provide you success. Of course, the jewelry must be demanded, and it is the second filter of our business. So this is the job we do for you. We keep in our assortment only those items which are really in high demand. So when you buy from us, you can be sure that you consume the jewelry that is demanded first, which is popular, which meets modern trends and interests of our customers, and of course it is the perfect quality, the best quality that you can have in the costume jewelry market. So, but even if it's all provided, we can also share with you. You can message me Bestsellers, or and I will send you the link to our Bestsellers section on the website. This section is interesting because all the products in this section ordered starting from the most popular items in our assortment, in our catalog. So when you're starting from scratch, it's really great that you can rely on our statistics. And then after you spend some time in this market, you may have your own statistic to restock. But when you start, you can easily use our statistics, which is maybe universal, which probably is average among different markets we supply, but I think it's a good for starting, because jewelry in bestsellers section is sold 5 times faster than any other jewelry. And what was the question? So we provide in India, we provide delivery which is DDP, so duty free for you, is door to door. We provide refund for every defect. So it's a good question about mostly our services. I would like to answer your questions. First, maybe I can tell about my business a little bit later more, because maybe you can be tired of how I boasting of advantages of my business. Okay. So of course you can, if you have defect, I must say, if you have some defect, we will provide you a refund just by the picture, but we don't provide stock exchange, because when we talk about international delivery, international shipping, it's quite expensive. So if you have a dead stock, the better solution to is to perform some promotion or sale and free your stock for the new designs. But when we are talking about international delivery, it usually quite expensive. And what about India especially? You have very strict customs, so it will cost not only the shipping but also customs duties. I don't know about the export, but import duties are really high. So once we have finally solved the issue with duties, and now we have duty-free delivery to India, there is -1 problem. So you can directly contact me on Instagram, on my social media. I reply directly. The stock. So again, and I see another question about that stock. So options to exchange. Again, so let me explain you the return policy. If first part, we provide 3-step warranty, and we provide unique 180-day warranty for unique guarantee in the costume jewelry market. First, within 7 days, you can return your order without any explanations. So you can open the box, you can check every item. If you don't like something, if you just change your mind about doing business, you should not explain anything to us. You just notify us that you are going to return the items, and you return them, and we provide the refund. Usually we provide refund not when we get the box back, but as soon as you just provide us a tracking number. This is the first step. The second step, if you receive the order and you see some defective item, maybe something was damaged during transportation, please just send us a picture and we will issue immediate refund for you, so no problem at all. And moreover, if within 180 days, so half of the year, you have any problems with the quality, you just send a picture to us and we issue a refund. This is the unique warranty. Even if your customer bought the jewelry from you and they wear the jewelry piece for several days, and then they come back to your shop and they tell you that there is some defect and they want you to refund, so you can be sure that you can easily refund to the customer, and you can be sure that when you send a picture to us, we also issue a refund for you. Another type of guarantee is that we are fully responsible for delivery of your order to you. So if something happened during the transportation, the order is missing, these situations are very rare, but if that happens, you can be sure that we are on your side. If the order is lost during transportation, if some troubles on customs or something like this, we can send you the replacement order, or we can issue a refund at your convenience. So that's what I want you to know about our responsibility. So you can be sure that you pay not for sending the box from us, but you are paying for the box, and you will like the jewelry and your customers will like the jewelry. That's what you are paying for when you buy from us. Okay, do you supply packaging for the jewelry? Right now we don't do this, because we are noticed that every customer desires their own packaging, and actually it's quite difficult to provide customizable packaging for our customers by ourselves. The best thing we could do is to become a middleman between us and some Chinese packaging suppliers, but I believe you have a lot of packaging suppliers in your country, and about packaging, sometimes it's way more, for a small business, sometimes it's way more optimal decision to order packaging from and display facilities from your local suppliers than from China, because delivery of packaging is a little bit different routine than delivery of the jewelry. That's why we not ready yet to work with this. Okay, all the questions in the question under the question mark icon processed. Can I use 180-day warranty to my customer? I'm going through the chat. I think yes, I think you can. Why not? But you are working with the real people. When you are involved in retail, and if you are selling directly to people, be prepared that some of those people will abuse kindness. So, and sometimes there are customers that would like to have the jewelry for some special day, and then after they use that, they want to create a reason to make up the reason to return to you. So be prepared for this. That's why it depends on your market. So you know you're better, depending on how your customers will accept this. Is there a way we can, if this question about the quality of the jewelry, then sure. So I'm sure, because my wife, my 2 daughters, they wear our jewelry, some design, and we live in Thailand right now, so where we have 35 degrees above zero all year round, and the tropical climate with high humidity, and we go swimming in the sea, and my wife wears our jewelry. It's a perfect test of the quality of our jewelry. That's why I'm absolutely sure in quality of our jewelry. And some designs she has for 1 year or more, and they look pretty good right now, like they're new. So that's why in terms of quality, yes, you can of course provide 180-day warranty. Is there a way we can differentiate between hot-plated and cold-plated jewelry? Probably yes. Sometimes you can see the difference when you look at if you have enough experience of watching the jewelry, checking the jewelry quality, you will definitely notice the difference. Sometimes this type of jewelry looks like, I don't know, more not like the metal, more not like stainless steel, but some kind of plastic, and the surface is not very smooth. The surface is, how to say, I don't have the right word in English to describe, but the surface is not smooth. You will find it. Generally, usually it's the law of the nature. Usually if the quality of the jewelry is high, if it looks beautifully, if it looks expensive, and it looks like the jewelry is worth its money, then everything is fine with the jewelry. But if the jewelry looks a little bit ugly, then probably something wrong with the quality as well. So, but I'm not sure if a person who is not a professional can easily identify the quality. Maybe the laboratory test will help you, because we send our jewelry pieces regularly to reach certified laboratory in Bangkok in Thailand, and they perform research for us, examination, and they analyze the jewelry items for containing some specific risky materials, including nickel. I forgot the names of the other several materials, but let's check the questions. That makes sense. What is the minimum order? So minimum order on our website is 150 United States dollars, and you can buy many items from one piece of each item. Okay. What the advice for those who just starting out but not have funds to get enough products? Advice. I have to share my honest advice. If you don't have enough funds to start your business, if you don't have funds, so why I like jewelry business and why I started? It happened. I didn't plan to sell jewelry, and we started in 2008 with my wife, and the reason we started this business was because it was easy to start from scratch when you have few small amount of funds. I started with, let me think, how many, with $200. I started with this amount and then start selling more and more. So if you don't have $200 to start jewelry business, to buy products, and probably you need another $200 to start some kind of promotions, so I will advise you to maybe to find a job in the jewelry market where you can gain more experience, gain some money, and then you can, after you have some experience, more experience, you will have more opportunities to start the business by yourself. Okay, I see new questions. Can we order samples before placing bulk order? So what are you calling samples? So I think that $150 order is the great opportunity for samples, and if we take into account the opportunity to return the order without providing any reason within 7 days, within 1 week after you receive the order, so it's a great opportunity to see the samples. So just place an order for the minimum allowed amount and receive the order, accept, and if you don't like something and you think that this is not the kind of jewelry you're willing to sell, then you can just return the order and have your money back. That's the way you can have the samples from us. How much money should I start with, and how much jewelry should I buy? It depends on your budget. So as I said, jewelry business is good as this business is accessible by new entrepreneurs. And you can come to this market with small funds. You can start with the minimum total of $150. It's enough to start, to test, to try this market. And I suggest to have another $150 for marketing activity. And the most important tip I want to give you is to provide to your customers the higher variety. So don't buy many pieces of one item. For the first order, for the small order, buy different designs, one or maximum 2 pieces of each design. Okay, and I have already answered the question about the difference between hot plated and cold plated jewelry. Okay, any other questions? Let me check the chat. Are you guys working with some fulfillment centers? How does this goes? We don't work with fulfillment centers. We are kind of true jewelry suppliers which have our own warehouse. You can check on my Instagram feed how our warehouses look like. And one idea I just wanted to share with you, that probably 90% of jewelry suppliers you see online are fake jewelry suppliers. They are just the middleman. They work as drop shippers in the best case. In the worst case, they just never touch the jewelry they sell to you, and this is risky for you because they don't know about the quality, they don't pay attention about the quality, and of course they don't care about your business success. So a lot of drop shippers, a lot of sellers without their own warehouse, a lot of people who are working just with their laptop from some remote areas of the world and pretend to be a jewelry wholesale supplier. So please be careful. We work differently. We have our own warehouse. We have all the jewelry at our warehouse. We check every item before it appears in our warehouse. So you can be sure that every jewelry is checked by our staff, my team. And that also provides a lot of benefits to you, because you can be sure that you will receive exactly what you ordered, exact color, exact size, exact design. So no mismatches are impossible. And we have the strictest stock tracking, so we know how many pieces of each item we have in our warehouse and where in the warehouse we have it, because we use address storage. So we don't use any fulfillment for our services. We have our own warehouse, and shipping companies come to our office to pick up the orders directly, and they deliver to you, and we track them from our warehouse. So we pack the orders. My staff packs the orders for you. The parcels, you can see again. You can check my feed and see how we do our job. And if I want to check how my staff works, I go to the warehouse and I can see in person how they pack a specific order, specific items. If you want, we can provide you pictures or videos by request, so you can be sure that everything is going fine. That's how we work, so we don't use any fulfillment. Can you give me a guidance in ebook form? Sure, no problem. I already published 6 books on jewelry business. 4 of them were published in Russian language in the previous years, and now 2 of the books are updated, refreshed, and published in English. And both of these books are available absolutely for free. You can message me directly book, send me the message book or something like this, and I will share the links to these books to download from our website. These books are your own jewelry business from scratch and how to start and succeed. And the second book is your jewelry store on Instagram. So there are two books which are in English. You can download absolutely for free from our website right now. And moreover, if you are not very good in English, then you can use ChatGPT or some other AI to make a good translation for you. It's cheap. What will be the hot jewelry design for the next year, 2026? Right now, the actual bestsellers are placed in our bestsellers section. I have already mentioned today. Just you can message me bestsellers and I will send you the direct link, or you can go to our website and just find in the menu bestsellers. It appears in the top menu of the website, and you can go there and check the most popular designs which are popular right now by our statistics for the last 60 days. Any other questions? For the minimum order of $150, you will pay maybe $3 to $5 of customs duties right now, but we're going to fix this maybe in the nearest future. The delivery may become a little bit slower, but it will be duty free. When you order from us, you see the final price. You see the price of products, you see the shipping cost, and in the most countries you don't have to pay anything on customs right now, no import duties. But in some countries you still have to pay import duties depending on your country tariff, but it is clearly stated on our website, so you will not be surprised by this. Okay, I missed someone question. Could you please post your question using the question mark icon in the bottom of the screen, because that's how I will not miss your question. I will try to find right now. But bro, your opinion about Sri Lankan market for your products. From Sri Lanka we have maybe 1-2 customers, so I don't have enough experience about this market. Probably I think right now what we sell is I can say by North America, I can say by Australia, so absolutely different parts of Europe, absolutely different parts of the world, but they prefer the same jewelry. So I can expect that our jewelry will be popular in Sri Lanka, but to say frankly, I'm not very familiar with Sri Lankan market, so it's up to you. Sorry. Custom name jewelry. Custom name. You mean right now we don't provide jewelry customization, because again, if we are going to perform customization, delay the process, and we need to have additional facilities, and sometimes customization is better to perform in your country locally. But of course I always thinking about some improvements like customization, what I want to add. No, right now we don't have, sorry. I'm referring as 3PL. Not sure what does it mean. So third-party logistic. So we don't use third-party logistic. Again, we use all our own logistic. The only third-party company we use is just to deliver order to you. But everything from the manufacturing, from the delivering in our warehouse, packing of your orders, placing in our warehouse, packing into your orders, storing, all performed by our own facilities or by our own means. So yes, right now we don't offer custom names. Do you have content that I can use for Reels? Great question. Message me directly video, and I will share the link with you to our secret video library, which contains at around maybe 500, 1000 videos. You can download videos and pictures directly from our website as well, and you can use it absolutely free to use in your content for social media, for Reels, without any restrictions, without any limitations. How many days from the economy or express? Economy is around 9 to 19 working days, and express is around 5 to 9 working days. Where the jewelry is produced, another question. So we use manufacturers in China and in Thailand, which were inspected and checked by us very deeply. I have already explained a lot about quality today in the beginning of our live stream. So anyway, many of parts of jewelry are made in China, but again, it depends on what type of materials I use. I used if jewelry is safely gold plated or unsafely gold plated, and everything depends on it. So when you buy from us, you can be sure in quality. You have 180-day warranty. You have the 7-day money back guarantee if you just change your mind about doing your business. So a lot of opportunities. If you want to some details about how we work, which guarantee we provide, please just message me directly, info, like this message, and I will share all the information for you where you check everything in details. Okay, so looks like I answered all your questions. What's the minimal quantity? Minimal quantity, we don't have minimal quantity, we have the minimum order total of 150 United States dollars, but you can buy different styles starting from one piece of each design. Okay, so it was a great pleasure to be with you today. We spent around 1 hour together. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me in direct messages, in comments to my posts. I will always be glad to communicate with you. It's a great pleasure for me, and it was a great pleasure for me to be with you today. So see you. Bye bye. Have a great day or night.